The mysterious, the macabre, the out of this world. The following are real people. They have real stories, and they've had real encounters. Here tonight on Newsworthy, two words and two question marks.
It's alive! Have you checked the children? Get out!
Hey there, I've got an amazing deal for you. Go to Smoking Gun Jerky. They're out of Lincoln, Nebraska. It's homemade jerky. Over 50 different flavors for you to decide and choose from. Use the code Cryptid10 at checkout to get an amazing deal on some absolutely awesome products. Smoking Gun Jerky, Cryptid10. Hello and welcome to Encounters. Tonight we have a very special guest, a return guest with us. Mr. Tommy's back. How are you doing, Mr. Tommy?
I am doing better now that I'm talking with you, old friend.
Me too, man. That's the weird thing. I got a buddy Ray who we talk about once every 6 months or so, and it's so weird because it's just like you. We'll get busy. Life happens. You get separated, but guys aren't really wired that we have to talk to each other every day. It's like, oh, there you are.
That's all right.
It's great, but I enjoy it. So, Tommy, you have a story about a Louisiana ghost that you was going to tell me about it, and I just wanted to hear it first from you. So, tell us all about it together.
Sounds good. As far as believing in ghosts, before this, I was kind of iffy. I've never had any experiences. And then I was stationed with a gentleman in Guam, and we spent 2 years there, and we both got reassigned to Barksdale, Louisiana. He moved on base with his family in old historical housing. And after about a year, he ended up deploying, and then he was gone for about 8 or 9 months. When he come back, something happened a few months later. I won't get into his business, but he ended up getting a divorce. The thing about living on base housing is once you can't live in it as a single person, it's meant for families. So he ended up moving his family away after the divorce, and he was getting prepared to move. During this time, he'd come into work and he'd tell me, he'd say, I was upstairs last night and the TV kicked on downstairs. And he told me those stories a time or two, and then it followed him upstairs. He was upstairs. He said the TV kicked on upstairs. And he got up to turn the TV off, and then the ceiling fan kicked on. And he thought, what
Jeez.
is going on? Yeah. So he turned off the ceiling fan, and when he got back in bed, something smacked him. So yeah, he felt the smack. And I thought he was just, messing with me, just to be honest. So, of course, being a buddy, I helped him move, and he had to wait till night. And you ever seen that movie, The Grudge?
Yes.
That ghost on The Grudge, when it comes through the closet, that's a. I was in his ex-wife's son's room cleaning out that closet, and that's what I got to thinking of. And I looked out the window and I saw him outside. And Steven, I just got this weird feeling. Honestly, I got scared, and I run outside. I'm like, "Hey, Raj, don't you ever leave me in that house by myself again."
Wow.
So we get him moved, and I go back to my house. And this is over a period of a couple of weeks. Well, I'm sitting on the couch playing with my kids, and then the TV turns on by itself. Not thinking of
No.
anything. I just thought, maybe a remote. Somebody hit the remote. Well, Sure enough, they didn't. Well, that kept occurring once a day throughout the week. And then the worst part was I was in the kitchen fixing one of my twins' bottles, and Becky had bought me it's a decorative jar of peppers, and I had it sitting on top of the refrigerator in the middle, and it slid over and fell off and landed right beside my head. Promise you, Steve. After that, just kind of watching horror stories or whatever, I said, "Hey, ghost, whatever you're doing, you need to leave." And honestly, you won't believe it, but it quit after that. After I asked him to leave,
Really?
yeah, I had no more. It was done.
Wow.
Simple story.
So,
Sorry it's so quick, but I thought you might want to hear it.
no, I love these kind of stories because on this next week of the regular show, we talked to a medium who is of the mind that electronics in particular are very easy for the otherworldly, if you will, to manipulate because they are energy. So anything having to do with energy is something that they can easily access. It's why she explained it that that's why the paranormal people all use electronic gadgets to try to find ghosts. So, and we had a young lady on Encounters who was scheduled or stationed at the M1 Abrams base in Kansas, and I forget if I wasn't on the spot, I'd be able to think of it, but it's just outside of Abilene. It's in Junction City, Kansas, and they had a triplex on base housing, and she had saw a little boy ghost like every day she was home, and she never said anything until one day her husband was sitting in the chair and he kept looking down the hallway, and she's like, "What are you looking at?" He goes, "There's a little boy down there. What's he doing in here?" And what they got to talking to their neighbors is the ghost would just go to whoever was home so he wasn't alone. Weird, right?
That's very weird.
He just kept going back and forth between the houses. So who's to say, man, the whole premise and the whole thought of the afterlife, I absolutely believe that there is something to that. I just can't for any amount of money in the world believe that when we die we're done. We just go into some black abyss and that's the end of the world.
I agree. Something's there keeping this body alive.
Right? You know, the body we just a meat suit anyway, is what most people say.
That's
So
right.
well, Tommy, thank you for coming on the show again, man. And anytime you want to come in and hang out and talk, you just let us know. You're welcome back anytime.
Sounds good. Thanks, Steve. Good seeing you, buddy.
All right.